Yeah, I'm waiting for something to actually turn off before I get started. Kind of a surprise here. There it goes. Nope, that's not. It's still going. Hmm. Hey everybody, we're gonna play a little bit of pinball tonight. Gonna do a little bit of different type thing. Not a company. Not a company. Not used to this, but of course there's people yelling in the background and everything like that, so it's okay. So hang on for just a second. We're gonna start a countdown in just a second. Okay. We'll be back. Alrighty. We're getting ready. Still see we have chat from last time around. That's fine. Because I actually I activated one of the programs I wasn't supposed to activate, and now it won't turn off. So hey, Firefare 2. Thanks for following earlier. Let's get off my countdown. Get on my stupid little that. Alrighty. Let's talk about some pinball. What the hell's that? Those are old tables that used to play. They've been around since, believe it or not, the 1930s. So they got some age on them. It's kind of cool. They actually started getting electricity in them in the 1930s, I should say. They go back a bit before that, as a matter of fact. They were actually considered gambling machines, so therefore they were kind of frowned upon in certain communities, certain parts of the United States, and so they kind of had to get rid of them. So see if I can get past there. Still trying to turn it off, so pardon me. It's not turning off. All right. Yep, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. All right. Hopefully it is on, though. It is. Okay. Okay, so, having said that. Problem is, I can't adjust the microphone or the volumes or anything like that, so I apologize for that. Okay, so, what's this? So, pinball tables, we're going to play a little thing from Far Side Studios. It was put out by Crave. And it's called Pinball Hall of Fame, the Williams Collection. And let's go ahead and turn on this PlayStation 2 for that. We'll see that it's, oh, there it is. Put on the pictures. You can get a better look at it. Alright. Now, I thought this was pretty cool, actually. I was really looking forward to seeing this. This came out back in 2007, the PlayStation 2, but it's representative of old-style pinball tables from the 70s and 80s. So that's why it's going to be here on this retro stream, which I do quite a bit. And let's take a look at what we have here. Kind of a shame they went out. They're no longer a thing, Crave. But Farstar Studios, they were making these back in the day. They actually had a collection prior to this called Gottlieb. The Gottlieb Collection, Pinball Hall of Fame. And this is your typical 80s Pinball Hall of Fame arcade, whatever you want to call it. Find there's some tables in there, there's some arcade games in there, of course the funky carpeting, the lighting, and people just playing there like they have no lives. That would represent me. This is kind of what I used to do. The more you know. Hey Lefty, how you doing? Got bad news, Lefty. The sounds haven't been working for about a week now. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. In fact, now you see the frame rates are going bonkers. Fantastic. So we're going to take a look at a few of the pinball tables here. There's Gorgar, one of the first talkies. I believe it is the first talkie there. The thing shows up, the sound doesn't come out. Sorry about that. Pinbot, one of the all-time classics. One of the early ones that actually have a soundtrack. Oh, well, indeed. Space Shuttle is actually from Taito, and Williams borrowed it over a couple of years later. Saw Funhouse a little bit ago. There's Taxi. That's a good one, too. I enjoyed that one. And I see the, like I said, the frame rate seems to be crappy because one of the programs I accidentally clicked on is unfortunately malfunctioning and making this rather embarrassing. Fantastic. So, there it is. Let's go ahead and enter Set Arcade, shall we?
Taxi.
Taxi. That's a good one. And we have Gorgar.
Space Shuttle.
I can go upstairs.
Funhouse.
Funhouse. That's a great one.
Pinbot.
Pinbot, one of the all-time classics.
Whirlwind.
Whirlwind. That is one of the latest ones, one of the youngest ones of this particular compilation.
Taxi.
And now we're going to go back upstairs.
Gorgar. Space Shuttle.
Oh, thanks for resubscribing. Appreciate it, Lefty. Lefty Game Videos. Has some fun stuff here on his YouTube page. All kinds of neat animation. Yeah. No sounds, no glory. 7 months. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I try my best with what I got.
Firepower.
Firepower. Can I see? There we go. Firepower. That's an old one. Back in '81.
Black Knight.
Black Knight. One of my favorites. I happen to love Black Knight. In fact, we're going to go ahead and get started with this one. Okay. Now, if you hear a barky dog in the background, guess why? Let's see what's going on here. Okay, there is said table. And we take a look at it has all the classic features. This is one of the first ones that actually did a double deck. In other words, a top table with a bottom table. Or the main table, I should say. Pretty good game. Let's see, what is not working? What is its problem? Well, Twitch Studio is being its usual crap. And, yeah, okay. Okay, so here we go. Let's play some Black Knight, shall we? All the games here are free play for me because I pretty much got all the things for it. So here we go. Will you now? Now, of course, the main goals of this game is try to get all those lights lit up there and try to get the 2 Magna saves that are on the left and right side of the bottom part of the table. So you can save your ball, but you have to actually, damn it, you actually have to manually activate them. One of the first games to actually use such a thing. There you go. So I got one of them gone, ready. Blocked my own ball. That didn't sound right. And right back down. Perfect. Now you can nudge just like that. Watch out for tilting if you nudge too much, etc., etc. Now, unfortunately, unlike what they finally ultimately put out on Steam and Android and whatever, these are not emulated. These are simulated, but they're pretty damn close. Yes, I agree. I happen to love this particular collection. I was, like I said, when they came out with Steam with the Pinball Arcade from Farsight Studios, I was absolutely thrilled. They actually had one of my all-time favorite tables, the Theater of Magic, which came out back in, I believe, 92, 93, one of those years. But those were emulated. These are simulated, but you know what, damn it, it's good enough. Take a look. And what they did is they took apart a pinball table, scanned every bit of it, the 3D scanner, or 3D imager, if you will, and they literally reproduced a table. They don't have the chipset to emulate, but they pretty much recreated a very faithful, not damn near perfect representation of this table, as well as the other tables that you find in this collection. Sadly, Farside Studios has not produced another table themselves since 2018, since they lost the rights to the Williams tables to Zen Pinball. Zen, for their bit, has actually done a very good job of recreating them themselves, and now with their newest app, you can get some of the best known tables like Star Trek Next Generation, Addams Family. Oops. Is that ball 3 already? Yes, it is. I had a ball in the pocket because I went down a side exit. It released that ball, so that's my extra chance. Okay. And didn't have to use Magna Save. This is good because I forget which button does that. I haven't looked at this in so long. But back in the 80s, and in the 90s for that matter, I was playing this shit almost every day. Thank you. Now there's a YouTuber out there, Pinball Wizard, with a bunch of numbers at the end of it. He also streams here on Twitch. He's brilliant at these. I've just been doing this for forever. That way. God, there you go. Ah. Oh, crap. Not bad. Okay, so now I can get an extra credit if I do a manual match. Target is 30. There we go. Oh, just shy. If you can mopap a person, why not scan a pinball? Exactly. And that's exactly right. If you can 3D scan people like they do for the action figures nowadays, you can scan a pinball table. That's exactly what they're done. There's a shop near me that does the Pinball League. Cool. There is actually, I was kind of inspired, Lefty, and then there's a place not too far from me called the Silver Ball Museum. It used to be called the Silver Ball. No, now it's called Silver Ball Arcade. I can't even get words out too. Hello. It used to be called the Silver Ball Museum. There's a location first up in New Jersey. They put one down in South Florida, and it is absolutely amazing. It is a beautiful place. Scores of tables in there. They also got some classic arcade machines and some of the ones that, you know, you played when you were younger. Donkey Kong, Cubert, Pac-Man, of course, all the classics. Dig Dug. And, hell, again, they have some of the newer tables, some of the newest tables that just come out. They now have the Godzilla table that was produced by Stern a couple of years back. Brilliant. I love Stern. Jersey Jacks, they have a few of their machines as well. And Spooky, they have a bunch of theirs. Plus, of course, the classic Williams and Gottlieb and Bally and so forth. So, okay. Now, this game actually got an update a few years later called Black Knight 2000. It was produced back in 1990. The same designer and the same voices for that matter, but it had a rockin' killer soundtrack. I wish they had it for here, but we don't. So let's see what other tables we got here. Yeah, we're going to select a different table. Why not?
Black Knight.
Black Knight. So what was this? Firepower? No, it's downstairs.
Firepower.
Yeah, let's put on some firepower. Now this one predates Black Knight even. By just a skosh. Again, I don't have any credits to require because I got free play on all the tables. Now, if you listen to this game, it sounds a lot like Defender from the arcade days, and there's a very good reason why. Eugene Jarvis was a sound designer for a lot of these tables, but he also programmed Defender itself. Do the table there. I don't like to follow camera because it is a bit distracting, I have to admit. Just a second, I'll read your question in just a second, Vint. Oops. Oh, okay. The top target's up there that you can get your bonus multipliers on, you can actually move it with your flipper. It's one of the first ones to do so. No, damn. Yeah, I got a kickback there in the side exit there on the left, which sadly I don't need all of a sudden. Pack, do you not want to get a copyright either? Pack, you do not want to get a copyright either. I'm not sure if these have a copyright thing because of the game music. In fact, here a lot of them don't have music at all. In fact, just a handful of these that are on display. I think Whirlwind does. I know Pinbot certainly does. Funhouse does. Can't think of any others in this collection that would. So, having said that, I might be mistaken. There's my double, 2 times. Get up to 5 times, as a matter of fact. I love the sounds. Like I said, so I played a few of these back in the day. Played all of these back in the day. Now, one of my favorite tables is, I showcased it in one of my previous streams. It was the unauthorized Pac-Man sequels, if you remember that one. It was Baby Pac-Man from Bally. That combined a video game monitor along with a pinball table, and you use the pinball table to earn power-ups, like going faster through tunnels, increasing your center fruit, and getting your power pellets, energizers, whatever the hell you want to call them. And that was really cool. That was a tough-ass game, too. But this is about as traditional, straight-up pinball as you can get. Bumpers, jets, targets, everything like that. Oh, I know that. Licensed music is not a thing with this, however. It would let me know. So far, I'm okay. Besides, all the music that you hear at the... oh, I got a lock. All the music that you hear throughout the, like the pause panels and the opening and ending, I wrote that all, so that's okay. I supply my own music. That's why it's such utter crap. Ah! Can't believe I did that. Okay. Gotta get a 0. Just missed it. I've done some Beat Saber streams, which are definitely copyright no-nos. They just muted the audio on my mod, so I deleted it. Yeah, exactly. I've actually had I've had a couple of things that when they went over to YouTube didn't care for a whole lot. One of them was Cliffhanger. That's when I was doing Laserdisc games back in February. TMS actually has a copyright strike on Cliffhanger, which is Lupin the Third, and TMS is Sega. They own this shit, so they prevented my video from going in there, so I just had to edit the hell out of it. Of all things, Capcom, the music for DuckTales, didn't like it so much on Twitch VOD. That's really the only 2 things I've had a big problem with. Not too terrible. We'll do another one. Now this is not the first talkie. We'll play that in a little bit. But you notice that the voices sound awful alike. And that was a thing that was coming. There we go. That was a thing that was becoming big, adding digital speech into these games. So we go on the Bally side of things, get games like Fathom, 8-Ball Deluxe. The first one will be a table that we'll be playing in just a moment, which had a whole 7-word vocabulary. There's kickback. Okay. Don't have a lock ready yet. Ah. All 3 already. Besides, this is more of an impromptu stream anyway. It's not like I planned any of this. Usually when I do a Saturday night stream, it's just for the hell of it. Now that I'm back to my old schedule. There you go. As much as I love these, I would love to have a real pinball table. I don't. I just have, a tablet with like everything that Farside Studios ever put out. Some of the music I downloaded for playing streams get a copyright added sometime after. Yeah, that's because they get put on afterwards, because they get popular. I think Seabat actually got a copyright strike added to it after it got played to death here on Twitch. Large, when Josh, especially when Josh was playing it. Let's see if I can get this real fast. Oh, I hit it. Damn it. Okay. Godzilla 1998, but used too much, it broke. You had probably one of the smaller ones. Sega made the official Godzilla 1998 table. It's the really, in my opinion, the only good thing about that movie was the stupid pinball table that Sega made. Otherwise, I can do without it. But having said that, moving on. In fact, the silver ball doesn't look all that different, believe it or not.
Black Knight.
Okay, let's go downstairs, shall we?
Funhouse.
Funhouse. We're gonna go to.
Pinbot.
Nope.
Whirlwind.
No.
Taxi.
No.
Gorgar.
And I love how he says it. Gorgar, first talkie, came out back out in 1979. This, again, your basic features of a pinball table that you have to have. You have goals, you have jets, bumpers, drop targets, regular targets, pockets. Everything you need to make a good table. Gorgar, yes. Now, for me, the people who made the best pinball tables, in my opinion, were indeed Williams. Despite the fact that my favorite table of all time is the Theater of Magic, which is made by Bally. But back in that particular period of Bally's lifetime, they actually merged with Williams, and Williams, for their part, kept the Bally label. So in the 1990s, if you saw a Bally's table, it was actually made by Williams. That's why you saw the WMC, Williams Manufacturing Company, there you go, on their tables as well. You suck. Okay, I can do better than this. I can do better than this. I could do better than this, but no, it's like that. There's a magnet there for whatever reason. All right. Damn it. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll play that again. It's just the sounds, the innovations that they threw in these tables. And I love them all. I love Gottlieb. They're fantastic. Atari made a few tables, believe it or not. I can't just get away from those side exits. Taito made them in other markets. There's the Zaccaria pinball table. Yeah, you'll show me. They made for Europe. They were really, really cool. But for me, this is my favorite pinball table design. People, you suck. My wife just told me she played Star Wars Episode 1 pinball table. That's a good one, yes. And one of the mini games on how many times you could hit Jar Jar Binks. Oh, God. That must have been a treasure right there. I think Sega made that table, if I'm not mistaken. I know Data East made the one that was really popular back in the early 90s, which was a brilliant game. I love the one thing about Jar Jar Binks that stuck out for me. There was a comic strip called Foxtrot, and the kid there who wore the glasses, Jason, he edited the movie The Phantom Menace, and he cut out all the scenes with Jar Jar Binks, and it turned out to be like a 47-minute movie. And I thought that was so freaking hysterical. I said, boy, I wish I could have come up with that. For me, that's like the one thing that really threw the movie out for me. Jar Jar Binks. But yes, if I could just play that table and bash Jar Jar Binks to smithereens. To be honest, I do have in my garage, in fact, I may have posted a picture on my Instagram, the Kenny toy from the South Park table from Sega. My brother worked for Sega for about 10 years, and he would repair pinball tables and work on games and stuff like that. He's the tech manager at a place called GameWorks, and he must have went through like 8 of those Kennys. So he has one, I have one, a couple of the other people have one. Because Star Wars needs comedy, it doesn't. No, it does not need comedy. It has your comic reliefs. That's really all it needs. That's what, and you're right. R2 is certainly a comic relief in that. Although 3PO got me, there's a lot. And here you cannot switch. You cannot switch over the those targets in the back. You just gotta be happy it lands on A, B, and C. Drop targets there by the pocket, not that one, the other one. By the magnetron, I should say. You light them up, you get points. Otherwise, he's got you, and you get no points. Okay. I love the heartbeat that gets progressively faster as you score more points. There you go. There's my 2 times. Okay, now I've hit all the drop targets, so if I hit Magnetron, I get points. Aww. Did you get hurt? Okay. I'm gonna get a big bonus out of this, looks like. Oh, get in there. Wrong one. Now, I've gotten the special out of this one, too, I have to admit. I'm quite proud of my accomplishments with this table. I don't know if you saw earlier today, if you check out the VODs, I did a thing for Intellivision. Check it out if you haven't already. It was one of my favorite systems back in the day, second generation. From Intel Electronics. I also did a lot of handheld LED games like football, basketball, baseball. There you go. Yeah. Yep, because I already got all the bonus from that. Good. Yep. A 3 times multiplier and a big ass bonus coming my way. Once again, if I hit that, that would be good. Oh! I got a credit for that. I hit the replay. Perfect. All right. Yeah, I've had a little bit of practice with this one. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good. Like I said, I was really tickled because I got it on my Android first. The Farside Studios Pinball Arcade. Like I said, I was really sad to see them lose the titles here. But they were amazing. But Zen's got him now. Zen's done an incredible job with him. I will say that. My second favorite table is Twilight Zone. And that is from Bally's. Got another credit. Yeah, use your happies at your own risk. There's no sounds for whatever reason. Ah! Oh. I score number 4, huh? All right. It's kind of. I wish they put some EM tables on there. What's that? That's the electromagnetic, magnetic. The old styles, but these are all solid states that are in this collection. Ooh, if I can get another one. Nope, missed it. But again, cool stuff. All right. That's right. I have to admit, that's really cool. Let's select a different table. And for a whole half hour, huh? Gorgar! Okay, let's go back to Taxi. Taxi is an amusing little game. This actually had a soundtrack. It's possible to break 1 million on this. It is. Of course, that means you just have to simply write it down. A lot of them just only had the 6 digits because it's not that easy. And you saw my top score on this particular Gorgar was 900,000 and change. I have done it. But, like I said, essentially somebody just has to be there to write it down. Back in those days, it was more of an honor system. Here we go. This was a quirky little game. It features the second time Pinbot is actually featured. He's featured in a few games, including The Machine, Bride of Pinbot, and Jackbot. But this one here has Dracula, Santa Claus, Gorbachev, believe it or not. And basically, you want to pick up as many rides as you can before you lose the ball. Every time you do so, you get a bunch of points. And of course, there's a bunch of goals that you have to achieve here as well in order to make the game oh so happy. So let's go ahead and do this. I just realized 2 more credits and I'm at 666. Oh joy. And this is one of the first ones to feature one of those earlier hexadecimal displays that has 2 large rows and all that kind of stuff. So this is 1988. Here we go. That could have gone better. Hey, there's my 2 times. Oh! That sucked. Oh, wouldn't it? Now that is true. I haven't thought of that. Oh, stay there. Perfect. 2 times 100,000. Another 2 times. Hopefully I can actually get a decent bonus out of this one. 3 times now. Just keep the ball up there and just let it keep. Oh, don't drain yet. I got the extra ball. Heck yeah! Okay. I'm set up for multi-ball. You stay there. Yes. Okay. Perfect. See if I can get a joyride in a second. Nope. Missed it by just a bit. Okay, that's for Gorbachev. He is, if you get the if you get Pinbot there on the side, that will get him as a ride. But his drop targets will raise back up after 15 seconds. Ooh, nice bonus. It was not based off the show Taxi. That'd be neat. No, this is just simply Taxi. You just simply collecting people. The show you're describing, had Christopher Lloyd and Danny DeVito, Judd Hirsch, Mary Lou Henner, Jeff Conaway. There comes my multi-ball. It's easy to lose. Hey, got it. That's what I wanted. Let's go. Yeah. I got Pinbot. He's now won my rides. I just got Dracula. There you go. Almost. Oh! Well, lost that ball. That was fun. We have Sandy. Sandy's ready. Thank you very much. Oh. Come on. Andy Kaufman. Yes, he was Latka. Dr. Gravis. I love that show. One of my favorite shows from that was, I think, the 4th season, where Reverend Jim was invited to a party by Nardo, who was played by Mary Lou Henner. And his way of trying to entertain the guests was being a water cooler. Don't lose the ball. Nah, you suck. Okay, come on. That is. Pinch off. Yep, there you go. And then he tried to play the piano where he was playing a rather broken London Bridges. And I remember seeing that for the first time. I was laughing my ass off. And then he wound up playing a bit of classical just out of the blue. Said, "Oh, the hell with it." And then he stops mid playing. So I must have had music lessons. Okay, come on. Okay, back to multi-ball. I'm surprised I don't have a surprised I don't have a. Oh, well, there's so much for that. I'm surprised I don't have a multiplier going on right now. Yes. Come on. Come on. Oh, you suck. Oh, there you go. Got all 5. Did I stop it enough? Yes. Sweet deal. Now I get a multiplier. You suck. I had a top fare on that. Thank you, Gorby. Ah. Do I take requests for games? It depends if I am able to play it. Tell me your request and I'll let you know. While I do have a lot of games, I don't have every... Oh, you suck, Pack! What the frig? Yeah, that's me. Wow, okay. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Kid Chameleon. Oh, wow. I have to see if I have that. I'll have to see if I have that. Damn it. Okay. 2,777,800. Sweet. I will check to see if I have that in a later stream. That probably will be a Saturday stream because that would be the non-RPG day. Right now, Mondays are Phantasy Star 4 because I got back to where I was. Thursdays rather are still Wild Arms, and I just got a big old golem that now traipse across the stupid map. And like I said, today I did Intellivision games because there's that Intellivision Lives that's out on Steam, and I had a lot of fun playing some really cool games considering how old they are. We're talking about 1979 through 1990. They had actually about 66 games in that collection. It's really cool. Some of them are much harder to play than others. Some of them are a bit more, let's say, cerebral, not action-driven. But nevertheless, when you consider the Atari games of that particular era, there's a huge leap between the Intellivision and the Atari 2600. In fact, that was a pretty big gap of jump from first to second. But, there you go. All right, so check it out on the VOD. 2 weeks later, it'll be on YouTube permanently, so whatever. Here we go. Kid Chameleon. I might just have that. Bye-bye, Taxi. The second, by the way, the sequel to this game was called Diner. And check that out, too. That was a really cool game. All right.
Gorgar. Space Shuttle.
Space Shuttle. Came out back in 1984. Williams, of course. It actually first appeared in let's say Brazil from Taito. Remember them? They're the people who made Space Invaders. And Williams and Midway were kind of like one thing back in the mid 80s. So here we are. Again, your classic stuff. Got all kinds of displays to light up. Got bonuses, pockets, multi-ball madness, and all that kind of neat stuff. Otherwise, I need just one credit to get 666. Can I do it? Let's find out. Okay, there's the 3 jets up there. You light up targets, you get a bonus multiplier. Try to keep the ball from going down the center. Yep. Now, if I do that one more time. Oh, that was lit. Okay. I will go down the airlock, which would be bad. You know, in any of the older tie-in games, you know, I've mentioned E.T. when it comes to Crash. Did anyone else have tie-in in games before GoldenEye? Sure. Plenty. Good lord. Gotta remember, that was a Nintendo 64 game. You have a mess of games that were on the PlayStation before that. Sega Saturn before that. Sega Genesis. All the Disney games. You remember, they had The Lion King, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast. They all had their video games. Cliffhanger from... starring Sylvester Stallone, unfortunately had a video game. Raiders of the Lost Ark prior to E.T. had a video game on the Atari 2600. It sucked too, but it's there. So, oh yeah. Clint Eastwood movie, Firefox, had a video game. It was actually quite cool. That was from Bally. Okay. Nope. Okay, I got a ball lock there. Yeah, I'm ready for liftoff. Got my bonus multiplier. Okay. Already got there. Okay, reset the cable bonus. Okay, don't. Yep, you did it. Damn it. Damn it. Do I, the games that I've mentioned, with the exception of Cliffhanger, I own. So. The Cliffhanger just really didn't do anything for me. Even Rambo appeared on the NES at one point. It sucked. It was there. Okay, see if I can get the match. Appreciate you all coming out tonight. No! Of course, Star Wars and Star Trek had video games back in the 1980s as well. Star Wars was made by Sega. They actually made their own home versions of it too for the Ataris and Coleco and all that. And of course, Atari made Star Wars, the arcade game. And Parker Brothers brought it out for various consoles. So yeah, they existed. E.T. is not alone. It's just that E.T. was like the biggest movie on Earth. It actually broke the record in the box office previously held by Star Wars, of all things. And it just, Atari spent a fortune getting all the rights to it, but they didn't have any money for the programming. And that's, the rest is history. Like I said before in other streams, I got 3 of those suckers for Christmas. Yeah, it was funny. We knew that the game, would be absolutely crap, but they thought they were giving me the greatest thing that ever was. And for all intents and purposes, yeah. I was quite grateful. And I did not return a single one. We didn't do that back in those days so much. Regifting. Thank you, Seinfeld. Got it. All right. Okay, got a stopper there in the center. That's a bonus. Oh, that I managed to actually allow the ball to go through anyway. Good job. Dumbass. I'm my own worst critic when it comes to this kind of stuff. Like, I know I can do better. Okay. Wait until I get the pinbot. I wish they had high speed on this one. That was a cool table in its own right. That was the first one with a soundtrack. And some of the Gottlieb tables actually had cool soundtracks to them as well. Like Victory, for example. I thought that was quite cool. No. Now, as far as GoldenEye having a video game tie-in with the movie, that game is an exception. A, the game is brilliant. Rare is a brilliant developer. They made a bunch of games. They made a bunch of game show games, of all things, for the NES. They were practically a second party to Nintendo. And when they got to get away from the game shows, they made games like Battletoads, and they actually made this for the NES as well, or rather a Pinbot for the NES. Damn it. Okay. Let's see if I can get that dreaded 666, shall we? See if I can make a match. No! One short. Alrighty. Let's select a different table.
Space Shuttle.
Now, one of the arcades I used to hang out, it's called Castle Park Grand Prix Racerama. Now we're going to go straight to Pinbot. And that was one of the largest arcades in the world. It actually housed over 1,000 games. And it was really, really cool. 665. Let's see what I can do here. Let's see, if I recall correctly, there are 4 games that feature Pinbot. We saw 2 of them. This is the first one. The second one would be Taxi. The third one would be The Bride, or rather the Machine, Bride Pinbot. And the fourth one would be Jackpot, which all were quite cool. Okay, the object here is you want to get that visor up there. See all those little lights there on the table there? Kind of looks like a miniature disco floor. You want to get them all lit by hitting the color targets that are there. Okay. And I can't believe I did that. Good job. Was there a Home Alone video game? Unfortunately, yes. Find that on Sega's Genesis and Super Nintendo. I think they actually did make one for the NES. I'd rather just watch. When it comes to movies and games, I'd rather just watch the movie, to be honest. Okay, got a bit of a bonus there. Okay, I got a multiplier going. I can stay up there and that's... Nope. Just out. If you do it right, you can get your ball back into the launching bay and get another skill shot. Let's see if I can get it this time. This is where nudging comes into play. Nope. And I've got a third time now. And back on the main table. Yep. There's also planets there in the solar system. You see, one of them is flashing right now. That's a special. You have to make that target, but you have to get a few planets before that. Actually, no, I take it back. The sun is the special on that one. Okay. Don't have an extra ball lit yet. Yeah, a couple more times I will. Ah! Resident Evil movies. I watched the first one. Not so great. Yeah, that's... It kind of the reverse is true as well. Like when you played the Street Fighter, it's kind of like a double whammy here. You saw the Street Fighter movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme, and then you saw that they made a Street Fighter game under Capcom. It was done by a different developer. I think it was done by Akira, and they both sucked. So it was just like a double hex. All right, see if I can get a 10. Speaking of double hexes, here comes a triple hex, maybe. And now, yes! I feel better already. 666. Damn! Alright. What a good table. Like I said, I wish they had high speed on this. That was a fast table. It was crazily good. Lee Street Fighter tried to follow the source material. I have no idea how the Resident Evil movies last so long. They made money. Curiosity certainly drove the first few. It's just like, the Police Academy movies. The first one was hilarious. Second one was pretty good too, and then it's just kind of, they made 6 of them. You can only go so far, but they did make 6 of them. But like with any series of movies, James Bond is one of the few exceptions. They've made 25 of those. 26 if you want to count Never Say Never Again. Most of them are good. Some of them are not so good. Moonraker I could probably do without. I really could do without that one. But there you go. I'll do one more. What the hell? I'm here all night. Zombie movies have been around for so long, man. You have to understand. There was a director by the name of George Romero. Night of the Living Dead. He did it back in the 60s. And it's not even the first one. Okay, if you're going to go back like 1931, Dracula of Bela Lugosi. Frankenstein. Not shortly thereafter, and so forth. So yeah. I mean, monster movies, zombies, you name it, they've been around. Didn't catch what you said there. Nosferatu, yep, back in 27, yep. God, that movie was almost 100 years old. Holy shit. My buddy and I had to see the Resident Evil movies on opening weekend. I'm so sorry to hear that. At first because we loved the game, then was out of tradition. I see very few movies on opening weekend. Just because I don't like crowds. And ironically, when I used to go to the Grand Prix Racerama, Castle Park, I do it at times of the night when nobody was there. Because I didn't want to be around a whole bunch of people. I'm kind of introverted that way. Now I don't care. Hell, I'm in my 50s now, so but still. Back when I was younger, back when I was in my 20s and my teens, yeah, I wasn't big on crowds. And it's just, just the way I was. It's not that I don't like people. I don't like people. Certain things. Really? Really? You're just going to go right there. That should get me an extra life thing. No, it didn't. Why? Probably because I went up the ramp. Yeah, this one, the side exits were just a little too painful. It even has a center peg there where the main drain is, but still. Well, now, it's funny, Lefty, now I go see movies, we call ourselves the Entourage, and hell, yeah, we'll I finally got the stupid thing up. We'll go see movies. We saw a bunch of the Marvel MCU movies. Unfortunately, we did see Batman vs. Superman, and that was kind of a regret. We did see the Suicide Squad all together. There's about 5 of us. And we love doing that. And of course, then the pandemic hit, and that kind of put the skids to that. Okay, see if I can get a 20. 667. There we go. No! I'm still at 666. I hardly see any movies at all, weird considering I have a bachelor's degree in film. That might be why. Well, it's funny. My wife brings up, the Big Bang Theory. She loves the show, and I can see why. And even my friends, because we're all techs and nerds and geeks, and say you should watch the Big Bang Theory. I said, dude, I love the Big Bang Theory. No, I don't want to go through that again. If anything, I'm Leonard. Let's see what we got here. Let's get out of this. Let's go select a new table. We're gonna play them all, by the way. It's just, you know, what the hell.
Pinbot.
Yeah.
Funhouse.
Funhouse. Now this had a gimmick. This had a neat gimmick. The gimmick is that it had him. It had a mannequin. Not a mannequin. Yeah, see? It had a head. And his eyes would literally follow the ball whenever it hit the targets. And here, they didn't do it right because the eyes just pretty much move on their own for whatever reason. Not quite how it goes, but they literally follow the ball based on whatever target it hit. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I got a multi-ball right out of the bat. Cool. And I had a multi-ball just like that. I shall play on the steps if I get the chance. Had, yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can get the skill shot here. No. None of them are flashing, so it really doesn't mean anything. Oh, that's wrong one. Yep. The only reason why I had that is because, oh shit, because I got the bonus that allowed me to do that. But none of the targets were lit, so it didn't matter. When I say lit, it means they had to be flashing. If you get the ball into the mouth there, do you now? You get added to your bonus. Now there's a target there. That would be his face. Get it real fast. Oh no! What? Okay, well I activated the clock. A million is good until I lose the ball. Okay. Sorry to hear that. You suck anyway.
You're making me very unhappy.
Good. I get accused of that a lot. So I'm used to it. There you go. And right as I lose the ball. Sweet. You son of a bitch. All right. Still at 666. If I can get this one. And nope. Damn it. We'll do one more. Really? Really? Great. At least I got the default bonus. Yep, that's me to a T. Fantastic. Okay. Oh, please. Yeah, I know. I'd be hearing fail horns left and right now. I would be. But no, we're going to put Mr. Cale Hoff's music off to the side for a sec. I didn't even try. Didn't even try. Ed Calehoff is the master behind the Fail Horns. That's The Price is Right. Did a bunch of other shows as well.
Whirlwind.
Let's play some Whirlwind. Yep. Left. It's funny when a couple times I loaded up I use Twitch Studio and I'm thinking of switching over to something else. But last couple of times it actually crashed the computer when I tried to load it. So I'm not sure what the heck's going on with that. But here we are. So Let's play.
Oh, looks like rain.
Now this is the youngest of the tables of this particular collection. There's a lot going on it, and it's actually quite good. Until I do stupid stuff like that. Good job. Yeah, Streamlabs. I'm considering using that. I hate to have to rebuild everything, you know, with my stupid screens and all that. I'm just a pokey little Twitch streamer. He's been playing video games longer than most of Twitch's audience. But, crap, why the hell did I do that? But, you know, I figured I know a few things about games and, you know, the background behind that and all that. Why not? I got to cover some of my favorite systems already. You know, ColecoVision, I did one of those. Got the poorly played of Smurfs. That was a lot of fun. I used to drive my best friend bonkers. He loved that game. And I used to drive him up the wall whenever I played the game poorly. Because I did it on purpose, because I'm a jackass. But he didn't care for that. And of course, you know. Now, if for my being Leonard, he would be my Sheldon. Okay, so. He even looks like him. No! No. That. Okay, see if I can actually, like, you know, hit stuff. Thank you. Appreciate it. There is a few books out there that were fun to read. And it kind of made me feel good that I actually knew most of the shit that was in them. They were written by Stephen Kent. The very first one was called The First Quarter. And then ultimately he wrote The Ultimate History of Video Games. There's like 3 or 4 editions of that. And like I said, I was glad that I actually was right on some of the stuff that I heard. Because I got started in 1976 with all this. Unfortunately, I have a pretty good recall memory. Unfortunately, I have a pretty good recall memory. But it has its advantages and certainly its disadvantages. But it also kind of gives the impression that you might know a few things. You seem smart. And sometimes it kind of attracts not good things. But no, I'm an adult now. I'm married, kids. Like you, I have a bachelor's degree as well. Why not? What the hell?
Oh, looks like rain.
Mine's in elementary education. Woohoo! I used to be an educator. But as I was teaching, I also was invited to work in a video game shop called the Electronics Boutique. And I said, sure, why not? So I moonlight that, do a couple of nights a week. And that later became a permanent job, and I went into management and all that. So, I can't play tonight. What the hell's wrong with me? So I left teaching because politics kind of crept into that particular arena. That was very unwelcome. Yes, I do great. Maybe I can do this. That's the fastest pinball table I've played in quite some time lately. Nope, missed it. First, I'd like to get into personal fitness training. Okay. There's a lot of that. Down here, there's a lot of that. So, come down to South Florida. Boy, do we have tons of it. It would go well with my martial arts. That's true. That is absolutely true. We have a lot, funny that we have a lot of that down here too. There's actually 2 within a mile radius from me, and it's really cool. So that could be an opportunity knocking. You never know. Like I said, I gave up teaching, and I went into retail, and then I went into being a tech. I still do. It has its advantages, disadvantages. But like I said, it's just I've become a jack of all trades. That's just the way it works. One more time, see if I can maybe last a little bit longer than 30 seconds.
Oh, looks like rain.
Yeah, 35 seconds. There we go. All right, so Okay. If I can get into the damn basement. But no. No basement for me. Maybe if I watch the live monitor instead of the actual replay monitor, I'm actually hit the flippers on time. Who knows? There we go. Storms are brewing.
Incoming. Return to your home.
No. I live in Florida, damn it. People go to the beach when hurricanes coming. Are you kidding me?
All clear.
Woo! Got a big old hurricane coming, people go surfing. You just answered your own question, then. Hey, finally.
Now looky here.
Yeah, looky here. Looks like drop target's got...
Now get out.
No! Wow. That's not so neighborly of you. Well, I lived on the beach for many years. I watched a YouTuber, Gray. You know, that's funny. I've heard that him before too. Gray still plays. Yeah. I heard he's from Florida. I've not seen him. I probably should.
The storm is coming. Return to your
Oh, come on. Right, kick it right down the side exit. Beautiful. Stupid. Okay, that's not terrible. Oh, that's right. Didn't lose the ball. I had a multi-ball waiting in the wings. Okay. Misto. Yeah, I love the discs that spin around there, making things really, really fun. Okay.
The storm
I would love to get a multi-ball now. Here we go. There we go. Okay, get up the ramp. No! That's one. That's two. I suck. All right, get it. Here we go. Okay, it's a two-ball, multi-ball. Let's go do this thing. Last chance. Oh, of course. Good job. I'll get to that in just a second there, Lefty. The way this game's going, I'll probably get there sooner than I think. Ah, like I said, not necessarily good. Okay, just basically that's video every day. Ah, okay. Give me a second. Almost there. Damn it. That's close. I did hit it when it was on 20. He puts out a video every day. I know Josh has talked about him, and one of the reasons why he does sporadically as he does, simply because of the fact he just likes the content to be super quality, and I agree with that. His voice took some getting used to for me. He's not like yeah, that's what I've heard too. One of the people, the reason why, by the way, I whisper to everyone who follows me is so if you guys want to whisper to me for any suggestions, you can do so. And one of the, I'll name him actually, Susan Chaos, mentioned him as well. And yeah, he kind of has to get used to. He's not as good as he was, according to Susan Chaos. I have not watched him, but that's me. I don't get out. When I was first on YouTube with the match game, and I was putting up clips and episodes and whatever like that, it's not, of course, not my own content, so I'm not making any money off it. But I used to be on the computer like, religiously. But that was like almost 20 years ago. like 17 years ago. So no, not so much anymore. But I do this now. So let's see. Have we played everything? I don't think we played everything. Did we? Maybe.
Whirlwind.
Yeah.
Taxi.
Taxi we played.
Gorgar.
We did play.
Space Shuttle.
We did play.
Funhouse.
We did play.
Pinbot.
We did play.
Whirlwind.
Okay.
Taxi.
Yeah, we hit everything. I'll be damned.
Gorgar.
I'll be damned. Okay. Not bad. And what's neat about this collection, it has the Williams Challenge. You can play tournament, slideshow. You can do controls, options, and all that kind of stuff. And a couple of these games, I've actually beat all the challenges, so I can actually flip the table around, make it a reverse image, kill the tilt, which kind of takes the fun away from that, so I don't do that. But yeah, this was kind of fun. I enjoyed playing this. I think the 666 credit amount cursed you a bit. Probably. That's all right. It's not the first time. It's like when you get your bill at a restaurant. $6.66 or something like that. Or the last three digits are that. I'm like, okay, let's tip well, shall we? Let's take a look. I love the demo in this one. Now that the frame rate's kind of sorted itself out. With your 80s nostalgia. It certainly was. This, my brother, like I said, he worked on these for Sega, and he called this a dying art. And I agree. For a long time, there was just the one pinball manufacturer left. That'd be Stern Electronics. But I think there's now like 4 of them. Still not a lot, but something is keeping the drive going, and they're getting these killer licenses. Like I said, one of my favorite recent ones was Godzilla, gorgeous. The Beatles got one recently. So yeah, it's good to see this stuff keep being made, and they only cost as much as a used car. Some of them as much as a new car. But it's good to see this come back. And I was rather saddened to learn of some of these companies' fates. Like Gottlieb is pretty much gone. Williams is now part of Scientific Games Incorporated (SGI), and they primarily now make electronic slots. And that's it. They still lend their licenses to Zen, but that's it. So it's kind of a shame. Okay, I think we're going to wrap it up there for a bit. We'll put on a big deal, whatever. Why not? Might as well put up. I had started with a countdown, might as well end with a stupid thing here as well. And I'd love to turn down the sound, but before this starts up again, it just did. Hey, great. My soundboard's not working. It got froze up by the non-working program that accidentally launched. That's okay. Well, we'll listen to the clashing music, shall we? If you like what you saw, give me a follow. You can also subscribe to me on YouTube with all my past streams that are no longer here on Twitch. I have another YouTube page. I just mentioned it, The Match Game, Gene Rayburn and all them back in the 70s. An Instagram with all the crap that I've collected over the last 47 years. Cacophony, sure is. Well, it's like when when Josh put on the Resident Evil basement music, the one that was misprogrammed, as well as, CBAT simultaneously. Good stuff. Lost about 100 viewers that way. That was good stuff. I actually enjoyed that one. You've had enough. And I sometimes remember to actually tweet when I'm streaming, unlike this particular stream here. So, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Thank you, Lefty. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate you all coming down, and whoever else was lurking. I am tired. It's after midnight. I'm going to go see how my wife's doing, and going to get some sleep. And I'll see you on Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to go on with Phantasy Star 4, and we got some missions to do with the guild. Absolutely. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Have a good night, all. Bye.